Liverpool completed their first transfer. Liverpool are looking at a star looking to make a quick move in the summer. The Reds are trying to take decisive steps after a bumpy performance this season. Next season's roster planning continues and the biggest investment will be in the midfield this summer. 3 of the available midfielders will leave this summer free of charge. Considering that Arthur Melo will return to his own team Juventus after the end of his loan contract, 4 new quotas will be opened in Liverpool midfield. Klopp is known to think that at least 3 midfielders should join the roster this summer. Although there are many names on the list, there are hot developments regarding Alexis Mac Allister, which has come to the fore in recent days and is said to be Liverpool's first transfer. Reporter Ben Jacobs said Liverpool were pressing to make a deal for Alexis Mac Allister after the Brighton star was identified as a prior target at Anfield. Reds chief Jürgen Klopp will be given the opportunity to strengthen his roster when the transfer window reopens for business in the summer. According to the News of the Mirror, Liverpool are preparing to add Mac Allister to their squad by defeating their Premier League rivals Manchester United and Arsenal. The report suggested that the 24-year-old is ready to dedicate his future to the Merseyside team, which, after extensive negotiations, are seeking a £70 million deal with Brighton. However, this deal can be done at a lower cost. In the reports published in the past days, it was stated that Mac Allister has a release price in his contract and this price tag is around £50 million. This is another development that whets Liverpool's appetite. Meanwhile, Dean Jones said recently that Brighton is already investigating the market for a substitute, giving Liverpool more optimism about catching Mac Allister. It looks like the 2022 World Cup winner is willing to join a club competing in the Champions League if it wants to get away from the South Coast. Jacobs revealed that Mac Allister is among the top names on Klopp's shortlist ahead of the official opening of the summer window. The journalist believes that the Argentine international is hopeful of speedy negotiations because it does not want to get involved in a transfer saga. Jacobs said, Alexis Mac Allister is a top priority for Liverpool. They are definitely pushing on that front and they have had positive contacts so far. Mac Allister wants to act early if possible. That makes sense in many ways because even if Brighton take European football, they're going to have a lot of confusion over the next few weeks and make sure deals are made on their terms. From Mac Allister's point of view, if he can complete his future early, from Brighton's point of view they won't potentially be intertwined in any negotiation to make sure a player comes in or they won't lose too many players as a result, said the reporter. Gaston Edel is praised for his reliability, especially when it comes to veteran Argentine stars. Edel also gave a warm welcome to the transfer. Alexis Mac Allister will be a Liverpool player, Edel said. He stated that, although not yet official, the deal is already complete and he will be playing for Jürgen Klopp's Liverpool from next season. Liverpool's first signing appears to be Alexis Mac Allister. Jamie Carragher has sent a stern warning after Manchester City became champions. Jamie Carragher believes Liverpool's tough run to win the Premier League is alarming after Manchester City took another top crown. Arsenal took their second straight defeat against Nottingham Forest on Saturday evening and secured their 3rd consecutive win medal at the pinnacle of English football, thanks to a goal from former Reds forward Taiwo Awoniyi. City didn't have to hit a ball to secure their wealth and engage in a clash with Chelsea on Sunday. Liverpool has ended its wait to win the Premier League in 2020 as it breaks the suffocation of Etihad clubs. Jürgen Klopp's side had to go for a record-breaking run to provide a decent cushion to keep themselves away from Pep Guardiola's men. But in other seasons, despite being at the height of their power, City have managed to bring the Reds to task in mind-blowing championship races. The Nationals have now taken a cue in their triple hunt, with 2 finals in the Champions League and FA Cup. Their undefeated streak in the second half of the season saw them take Arsenal out of the water, and as the bar was set too high by Guardiola and his players, Carragher believes this is an alarming sign. I think they will play that game against Inter Milan and it will be the same in the FA Cup final against Manchester United, said the former Liverpool defender. It's not yet clear if they'll be able to do that, but with a shout almost every season, they feel like they're going into April or May to win a trio. A domestic treble, they've done it before. You look at Manchester City and the worry for the rest of the Premier League is a season they didn't win the Premier League and Liverpool won. Liverpool had 26 wins and a draw in one of their first 27 games. That's what Liverpool did that season and Manchester City prevented him from winning another championship. The standards are now very high by Pep Guardiola, I would say, not just Manchester City. I think they wouldn't have reached these heights if they had a different manager. He will go down in history as one of the greatest coaches of all time, and for me right now he makes the biggest difference for Manchester City, he said. Manchester City's economic power and the increasing tactical understanding with Guardiola may indeed be a problem next year. Liverpool are on their way to restructuring, and if they don't do this carefully it will be very difficult to play to the top. The absence of the right to participate in the Champions League is one of the situations that will affect the outcome of the transfer. Liverpool have their eyes on the Bayern midfield. Liverpool's Bayern Munich player Ryan Gravenberch will be on the market in the summer if he is available, transfer expert Fabrizio Romano announced. The 21-year-old has been battling for match time since moving to Germany. Gravenberch signed for Bayern at the start of the season for £16 million, according to the BBC. However, since joining the Bundesliga side, Gravenberch has only started 2 league games and has been out of the bench 20 times, according to FBref. Now reported, Liverpool are interested in signing the Dutch midfielder, who is reported to be making a transfer request before the summer window. With Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, Naby Keita and James Milner's contracts expiring at the end of the season, the Reds will have to invest in new midfielders. Daily Express correspondent Ryan Taylor recently said that despite their disappointing season, he doesn't believe Gravenberch is good enough to join Liverpool right now. Gravenberch recently expressed his disappointment at the lack of game time in Germany. It's nice and instructive to train and play at the highest level for a year. I say playing, but mainly training. That has to change next season. I haven't spoken to club management yet, so wait and see what happens. But it's clear that this role didn't meet my expectations, he said. The Bayern midfielder is still extremely young and has plenty of time to grow, and according to Italian journalist Romano, there seems to be a genuine interest. Romano said Bayern are not currently willing to discuss selling Gravenberch but expect Liverpool to be there if things change. They don't want to negotiate at this stage, so if at some point this summer Bayern decide to launch and negotiate, Liverpool will definitely be there, said Romano. Otherwise, I think it would be complicated because as of today Bayern has no intention of starting talks, he said. It's hard to judge Gravenberch for lack of match time from his time at Bayern, but there's a reason they signed him in the first place. The Amsterdam-born midfielder averaged 7.17 SofaScore points in the Eredivisie in his last season with Ajax. Gravenberch also provided 5 assists, 2 goals and 2.69 tackles and interceptions per game, according to FBref. If Liverpool are looking to sign an elite midfielder in the summer, Gravenberch won't be a bad addition to that.